mentor versus sponsors. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Nicole, your self-proclaimed life encourager, where my mission in life is to inspire, assist, and encourage you to become the best version of you. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm here to give you tools and techniques and tips on how to become the best version of you. So if you are interested in getting these tips, then hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload new content. For my everyday subscribers, welcome back. Now, the techniques that I've been given on how to become the best version of you have been in 3 of the 6 or 7 goal setting areas. And those areas are spiritual, physical, and career. So in my last video, I gave 4 tips on how to become the best version of you when it comes to your career. And then tip number 4, I said was very important. What was that tip? Get a mentor. Also, I mentioned a term called sponsors. So this is a follow-up video to that video to talk about sponsors. I'm going to recap mentors, but then the main focus of this video is going to be on sponsors. And yes, I do have my cue cards here so I can remember what I need to tell you guys, because this is very important. All right, but before I go into that, if you don't get anything else from this video, just remember this: a mentor is an advisor and a sponsor is an advocate. So mentor, an advisor, and sponsor is an advocate. All right. Okay. Now let's recap mentors. Let me talk about the types of mentors that I mentioned in my last video. I mentioned 3 types of mentors. The first mentor is someone that you have never met, and this mentor is mentoring you through their books, through their conferences, through their webinars and seminars. All right. The second type of mentor is someone that is assigned to you if you have a mentorship program at your company. And this mentorship relationship lasts for like 6 to 12 months of like really meeting on a regular cadence. And then after that period is up, you meet that person on an as needed basis. Now, if you don't have a mentorship program in your company, or you're self-employed, or your field, you don't have like a mentorship program, then this is a type of mentor that you seek out. I'll talk a little bit about things you should look for a mentor when you're seeking out that mentor, so that person can mentor you. So again, the second type of mentor is someone that you know, someone that you meet with on a regular cadence. The third type of mentor is also someone that you know, but you know this person more on a personal level, and it's a long-term friend or a confidant, and it's someone that mentor you not only in your career but also mentor you in your life, so a lifetime friendship. And I mentioned also that I have all 3 of those because they benefit you in different ways. All right, so here are some things you should look for when you are looking for a mentor. 1, they should already achieve or accomplish what you are trying to achieve. Like, duh, you're trying to get somewhere, so they should already achieve what you are trying to achieve. So that's the first thing you should look for. A second thing that you should look for is someone that's willing. I'm going to give you a story or tell you something. I asked someone to be my mentor, and I could see the apprehension. The person's like, I don't know. And I don't know if it's because the person wasn't willing to put the time in, they didn't like me, I don't know. But you need the person have to be willing to mentor you. And then the third thing is also have a connection. You have to have some kind of connection, because I've heard of mentors being assigned to mentees and it just didn't work out. There was no connection. They were looking forward to the 6 months to be over, and then that was it. So make sure you have a connection. So some other words to describe mentors I said before was an advisor, but mentors suggest and they assist. Those are the kind of things that mentors will do for you. So let's go into sponsors. But before that, I just want to make this statement. So while a mentor can be any level, Preferably they should be above your level. A sponsor must be from the executive level or someone that is well known in your industry. All right. So just remember that little tidbit. Okay, so let's talk about sponsors. Before I said they are what? An advocate. That's what they do. And here are 4 other words that I'm going to describe as to what they do for you. So a sponsor directs. That's number 1. Number 2, they introduce and they connect. Number 3, they invest. And number 4, they are a champion. So those are the 4 kind of action words that a sponsor will do for you. Okay, let's talk about direct. When I talk about direct, I mean I'm talking there directing your career and directing the vision that you should have for your career. So in my other video, I talked about that you should have a plan for your career, like have a written plan, a 5-year plan, a 10-year plan. You should have that written down. So by the time you meet a sponsor, then the sponsor will talk through and how to direct that career vision that you have. So make sure you have that ready when you are introduced to a sponsor, because I'm going to talk a little bit about how you even get a sponsor. So this sponsor now directs your step by step. They give it a playbook on how to get to that career vision that you are intending to get to. Now, I said earlier that a sponsor must be an executive level. There's a reason for that, because in your career plan, that's probably exactly where you want to get to, right? And so a sponsor now, technically, they look for you. They see you in your organization and they say, well, this person could be the next so-and-so, the next CEO, the next CFO, the next, I'm going to talk a little bit more about that. But a sponsor seek you out. You are now their protege. So they're now directing your career into that path. All right. So that was number 1, direct. Number 2, they introduce and connect. I'm not saying no little bit of introduction. Hi, Nicole, this is the CFO or something. No, they're introducing you and connecting you to other executive levels. They're also connecting you to other leaders. So when you're in your career path and your career plan that you put together, now they're strategically helping you to put you in different roles, different groups, so you are ready to become that next CFO or the next COO. All right. Number 3, invest. They're investing time to develop your career by helping you in your professional development. They're not suggesting that you are doing this. They are telling you that you should do this. They're telling you because they have been through that road or been down that road and they know what it takes to get to that next level. For example, they can recommend that you go to an 18-month accelerated business program. I've seen this in my company so many times when you hear people that have finished their business school in 18 months. And I'm like, how is that even possible? But the sponsor not only advocate that you do this, they also allow time from your work to get that done. They also will pay for it for you to get this accelerated business degree. So that's when I talk about they invest in you. All right. Number 4, the champion or the advocate. They are sitting at the table when it's time for promotion. This is very key. And they're not just saying, yeah, I think Nicole is good for the job. No, they're saying Nicole will do good. Put her in the role. That is what a sponsor does when they're sitting at the table. Our mentors would advise and suggest that, oh yeah, she can do it. She can do that role. You know, you can give her a chance. No, the sponsor is telling the table, no, take her from that role, put her in that role, put her in that role next, then that role next, and then she'll be ready for this role. That is what a sponsor is doing. They're champion for you. They're advocating for you. So that's what a sponsor. And the sponsor is telling them that, you know, you will be successful. So you may ask, what does a sponsor get out of this? They are getting the next them. They're getting the next them because they are prepping you and getting you ready to replace them, right? And they're also learning intricate details of the organization. So they're so far removed from the organization that you now are able to tell them in terms of what is working for the organization, what doesn't work, what should we do differently. So that's what they are getting. So you, as the one being sponsored, must do these things. You should be performing above and beyond. Now you might say, well, Nicole, I'm already performing above and beyond. But yes, you are doing that, but now it's being scrutinized by the C-suite. I'm getting to what the C-suite is soon. It's being scrutinized by your sponsor of how your performance is. Are you performing above and beyond? So you should be delivering high quality results. And again, you might tell me, I am already doing that. But now you're being scrutinized, as I said before, by your sponsors and the C-suite. Why do you need, or when do you need a sponsor? I talked earlier about your career plan and creating that plan. So if in that plan you plan to be in the C-suite, all right, let me tell you what the C-suite is. The C-suite is the VPs, the COOs, the CFO, the CEOs, anything that start with C. The chief executive officers. That is the C-suite. So if in your career plan you created that you are trying to get to the C-suite, or in my company we call it the 24th floor. If you're trying to get to that floor and get to that C-suite, then you need a sponsor. So this is why it is crucial to have a career path, because if you're trying to get to the C-suite, you need a plan. You need a plan. You might ask me, how do I get a sponsor? To be honest, I don't know. I don't have a sponsor. And I'm being honest. I don't think I have a sponsor. I think I have strong mentors that have been advising or not advocating, but suggesting roles for me and telling me, suggesting at the table, but there's no advocate so far. So I can't help you with that, and I'm sorry that I can't help you with how you get a sponsor. It could be that you just ask someone to be a sponsor, but I mean, that person is going to put a lot online for you. That's the thing. They're going to be at the table talking about you consistently and saying you are the person for the job, and so you have to deliver. And of course, so then you must know that's what you want, right? I was talking to my sister-in-law about it, and she was asking me if I'm ready for a sponsor, and I don't think I'm ready for a sponsor yet. Is my aspiration to get into the C-suite? Yeah, that is one of my aspirations, to get into the C-suite. But I think there's a lot of room for me to grow. It is in my career plan, but it's further out, and I can get ready for it now by trying to get that sponsor, but right now I'm okay where I am. That's why I talk about making sure you have a career plan, because if you have a career plan, then you can navigate through this. You can know whether or not mentor is okay and a mentor is just what you need, or you need to go after that sponsor. I'll do some more research to figure out how is it that you get a sponsor. I've seen sponsors around my company. I've talked to individuals that have told me that they have a sponsor, and they told me this is what the sponsor has done for them, and I've seen the results in terms of where that person is and how quickly and fast that person has developed over the years. So I know of sponsors, I know what sponsors can do, but personally, I don't have a sponsor as yet. Alright guys, I hope you got something from this video that talked about mentors versus sponsor, and of course hit that subscribe button if you want to hear more about becoming the best version of you when it comes to your career. Alright, thank you guys for watching, and of course this is your girl Nicole, your self-proclaimed life encourager, whose mission is to do the following: inspire, assist, and encourage you to become the best version of you. I want us to become the best version of ourselves, and becoming the best version of yourself is different from your friend and your family. It's the best version of you. Alright guys, see you in the next video. Bye.